Hi, Scrap Challenge here. This is another video I'm making about the hatventures server. I've already done one just sort of letting people get to know how to get started on the server, and in that I mentioned daily challenges. And what I want to do now is to show you sort of how to get started doing the challenges. Now, not everyone's going to be as well set up as I am, because I've already got quite a lot of resources, because I've been on the server for quite a while now. So I'm going to do them just for myself, but I'll explain how you can add people to them as well, which means you get more rewards. So I'm currently here at Hattington, which is otherwise known as Spawn. So let's get started. So at Hattington, you've got the fountain there. There will be some glitches, which I apologise, occasionally you can see through the world. There's not a lot I can do about that. Now, I'm going to have that on so I can see what I'm doing. There is going to be some stuff in chat, I'll just try and ignore it. So, first of all, the NPCs for challenges are scattered all around the place. There's a few of them here at Hattington, which you're going to see. They're also around at the other server-made places, which you can access via the ship over there, which is not loaded in yet. And that has a fast travel. Now, I can't show you absolutely all of the NPCs. I can only do 5 a day anyway, and they reset every day at midnight French time, which is about 11 PM UK time. After that, you can do another 5. You can mix up the ones you do. You can't do any single one more than twice in a day. But some of them do similar challenges anyway, so you can get the same effect from 2 different ones. So I've got a set few I can do because I'm set up fairly well for these ones. I've already got a lot of the equipment I need. The ones I don't tend to do are the ones that involve mobs, because I'm really not very good at mobs whatsoever. So we're going to start off with the old baker here. So what we do is we go to the old baker and we click on him, and he says, do you want a daily challenge? Say yes. So we're going to say yes. Soft and spongy, which means if you look on the left hand side and right hand side of the screen, it says minutes left 17, cake 3, party members 1. I'll come to the party members in a minute. So I'm going to go home again. And I'm going to show you how we use the travel NPCs as well to do that. So, if I go along here, this is city travel rather than fast travel, and this is to get to player-made places. If I go here, and there will be possibly a bit more lag because I'm in my storeroom, which has got an awful lot of stuff in it. Now, I need to make cakes, so I'm going to need some sugar, some eggs, some wheat, and finally some buckets of milk. So I should need 9 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And crafting table. So here we go. Do that, do that, do that. And when I've crafted it, it has to give you something. So I'm going to get, instead of a cake, it's going to give me a stick. It's just how this plugin works for getting the challenges. And you'll see there's a progress bar along the top there. And as I craft or get each item, the stats around on the side of the screen change. So there we go, we get a little sound, and I get a prize, which is a cake. But if you look in chat, you'll see I also received 45 quid. Now, if I was to add more people to that challenge, you would get more and possibly better prizes and more quid. You would have to also make more cakes, but it is a higher payoff, so it's worth doing. Now, I'd like to keep a fairly clear inventory in between the challenges, so I will tend to put stuff back when I've finished with it. So I don't really need the cake at the moment. I've got feed on my land, so quite honestly I don't really need cake at all. I'm just going to refill my milk buckets. I have my mob grill 3000 here, which I'll show you how this works another time, but it's full of cows. It's kind of an auto cooker. I'll put my refilled milk buckets back in the chest for next time, because when I add about 3 other people to my daily challenges, sometimes I need to make a lot of cakes, and it's handy to have all those buckets ready just there. So, got some money already. Let's go back to Spawn, and let's go to the next NPC. So the next one I'm going to do is the poor miner. Now before I do this, what I sometimes do, if I can do a challenge fairly easily and I can help somebody out, is I can actually add other people to my challenge as well. Now if I press tab, I can see a list of everyone who's on the server at the moment. And if there's some of my friends that say I know need to get some more money to buy some more land, then I might add them to help them out. So we can also just randomly pick somebody and add them. Now Umimu is a friend of mine, so I think I'm going to add her to this one. She might be AFK at the moment, but it doesn't matter. As long as she's on the server, she'll still get the benefit. She doesn't actually have to do anything because I can do this for both of us. So what I'll do is do yes. This one wants, if you want stone and iron ore. And there's thunderstorms, so it's going to get a bit noisy. So what I need to do is do daily invite, you see at the bottom of the screen, Umimu. Press enter. Now a new player has joined this daily, Umimu. Party members now is 2. So what I'm going to do now is I've done /back to go back to my storeroom again. And I keep lots of ores here, so I need 14 iron ore. So there we go, let's grab some of those. Rather than having to go looking for them in a mine, I've got them already. And this is a mine I use for challenges. I don't need to worry about any mobs and things in here because I have got sanctuary on the land. So let's just lay down that iron ore, get my pick. I also have mining speed, land upgrade, so I'm going to go through things fairly quickly. So you see I've got 0 iron ore left to collect. I've got that little noise to let me know that I've achieved part of the challenge. Oh, there's some in the ceiling there. And you can see the absurd speed of my enchanted diamond pickaxe combined with the mining speed on my land. So for that I got a block of iron and 70 quid. And Umimu, which I think she's AFK, has also received the same prize. So when she gets back, she'll find that in her inventory. Oops, I'm glitching. I'm not very good at getting through doorways. So let's put these sticks away. Be aware that if your inventory is full of stuff and you get a prize, if there's nowhere for the prize to go, you won't get the prize. So try and keep a clear inventory. On this server as well, you can buy server gifts, which means everybody on the server will receive a free gift. Now if you're AFK at the time or you're there and you've got a full inventory and suddenly somebody starts buying presents, you won't get the presents because there's nowhere for them to go. So try never to have a full inventory if you can help it. Now what I need to do now is go back to spawn, and this time I'm going to go to a different NPC. So I'm going to go to the fast travel on the ship. You'll notice I was moving quite fast there because I have a speed upgrade on my land, and that effect sort of persists for a moment after you teleport somewhere else before it wears off. So here's Mr. Fast Travel. So I was going to say to him, Bluff. And here I am at Bluff, which is a sort of Wild West themed place. I'm going to go into the saloon. Sorry about the glitches, and here's the Filthy Cowboy. So, say yes to him. Now, this wants creepers. I want you to know, I'm really bad at creepers. Probably shouldn't tell you this, but there is a way around this. I could do /daily abort, which means I have one less daily I can do today, or I can disconnect. And then join again, and ask him again. Get a second try. I can do this, so let's do spawn. And again, to get back, I'm going to use the City Travel NPC. There is a reason I'm not doing a /home, because my /home, my set home, is not currently where my actual home is. So, I have a travel NPC who, you might notice, is House Smithy. If you name it after a player, it gets a skin of that player. So what I need is leather helmet, leather leggings, and leather boots. So here's where I keep my leather. Oops. And there we go. And we've got 64 rails and 75 quid. So that wasn't bad. So let's pop that in my chest over there. I do like to keep my inventory tidy. I keep pressing do the wrong keys in case you're wondering. Right, so the next one I want to do is I'm going to spawn. Again, I'm going to want to go to, I think this time I'm going to go to the insane farmer. So this time we're going to say Hatopolis. And I fail at talking to NPCs. This happens to me a lot. If you're not looking at him just right, he doesn't hear you. So over here, by the way, is another one, the Mad Scientist. He's a daily NPC, a daily challenge NPC. He tends to ask for redstone things. I'm not particularly well set up for doing the challenges he asks for, so I don't tend to use him. Whereas because I do have lots of animals, I am well set up for this guy here. He's going to ask me to kill some animals. So let's see what he needs to kill today. Sheep. Let's do back action, that's easy. Because I do have rather a lot of sheep. Oh, there's somebody there. You can do /near and see who's around, and yeah, there's somebody nearby. So, what I need is some sheep eggs. Now, actually I probably don't even really need those, but whilst you can have large farms, unfortunately on a busy server it causes lag. So there is a sort of limit of about 10 animals per chunk, or 10 of each type of animal per chunk. I just realised what I should really do is shear these sheep before I kill them. So I've got an iron farm in here. Let's grab a little bit of iron. Make myself some shears. And let's shear these. And now let's kill them. I hope I don't have to redo the whole video, because that... So I'm trying to film, please don't talk to me. Okay, so let's... 1, 2, 3, 4. Now baby animals still count, so I can kill these. There we go. And I'm going to need to replace up to 10 here. Oh, we've got a little glitch there. There we go. So, we got some packed ice there, which you can use for other challenges, you see. And we got 50 quid. So, nice going. Now, we've got another one we can do. So, yeah, lots of glitches at the moment. Let's go back to my storeroom again. Yes, I do have a, by the way, in case you're wondering how I'm flying around here, it is survival, it's not creative, but I have a land upgrade which allows me to fly on this land. You can either get a land upgrade which allows just members of the land to fly, or if you spend more money, you can get the upgrade which allows everybody to fly, which is what I've got. Keep hitting caps lock instead of shift. Okay, so next one I'm going to do, this is going to be the 5th one. This one's going to be nether related. So we need to go down here. There's some dark and dingy woods over here in the swamp area. There's the witch, and we need to speak to the witch's apprentice here. Oh, and we need to try and talk to him properly. Terraforming. Okay, so let's go back again. Now, for this we need netherrack and soul sand. Now, it just so happens that to save me going and finding soul sand, I've got some right here we can use. So let's grab that. Oops. Let's go to near my nether portal so we can get started. I'm just going to lay this down and re-dig it. It's the easiest way to do it. There's less chance of annoying pigmen like this. And getting shot by blazes and ghasts and all sorts of horrible things in the nether. So there we go, that's all of the soul sand we needed. Now let's get to the nether. Now what I've done to make a slightly less chance of lava, it's not foolproof, but it does help a little bit, is I've made a mine basically at the very top of the nether, just under the bedrock, so there's a bit less chance of lava happening on your head. And it means that you can relatively easily sort of mine around. I've got an enchanted pig, so it sort of goes to this like butter, and as you see, there we are, we've done the achievement. Now this chamber I basically used just for the dailies, so you can see how many dailies I've done by the vastness of the chamber. So let's go back again. Oops, wrong place. Oh well, right, let's go home. So for that we got 75 quid, and we got a potion of fire resistance extended to 8 minutes, which can come in handy for nether expeditions. So that's it for 24 hours. I can't do any more. So after sort of 11 PM UK time tomorrow, they'll reset and I can do another 5. Now I've done it a bit differently today because normally I do add the full 4 people that you can add to a daily. But because I wanted to show you how to do it, and some of my friends that I normally help out aren't online, I thought it would be easier to do it that way. You see I've collected quite a few of those bottles of fire resistance potion there. So, not a bad thing. Let's see how our money's doing now. Not a bad amount there, 7,777 quid and 5p. Now that is just pretty much all through doing daily challenges every day. And what I tend to use the money for is giving to other players. If I've got friends that are a little bit short of their final goal for, say, getting flying on their land or something for a project they need to do, I might sort of top them up. But what I tend to do is use it as prizes for the Colosseum over at Blue Rock, where we do PvP tournaments. So if there's a big tournament, I might put up like 1,000 quid top prize to the winner of the final stage of the tournament, or maybe, 50 quid here and there. Just because I've got all the upgrades that I need. I don't need anything else on my land. There's nothing else I really want to do. I don't really want to buy any more land. I've got to where I want to be now. So now I'm just sort of using the quid, just to help others enjoy the game a bit more. So that's how you do the dailies. I think we can leave it at that now. And thanks for watching. Bye!